ASL presents Gosu Pizza.
You know what, though? One of these two guys is going away with the pizza.
It's true.
Now, the question is, are they both in the United States, or is one of them out of country? I wonder.
I don't know. They're both really good so far at StarCraft, so I imagine they're not in the United States.
They're going to StarCraft, so you can't be from here.
Yeah, that's not how that works. Yeah, but either way, we've got the main event in the green over here on the top right-hand corner of Ultrazine Stronghold.
See, what you needed to say there was, and for the main event here, we have the main event.
There you go. That's something.
Oh yeah, in the upper left-hand corner, we are going to have Boxxy as our pink Protoss player. So we are going to have another mirror PvP here for the finals and for that coveted pizza.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And this time, the gateway is coming out at 10 for Boxxy. So already indicative of either proxy Stargate or just straight up 4-gate play. Or at least early gateway attacks. So that could certainly be telling, as main event will go for the more normal kind of 13 gateway.
And he is scouting the right direction.
Yep. And Boxxy actually deciding not to scout yet. Wants to keep the probes on for every last mineral.
Interesting, but
Yeah.
economical.
This indicates generally Stargate proxy, but since a probe hasn't gone out yet, then that's
It's very risky. You're really going to have to bank on finding your opponent.
Yeah.
And I just checked, and he is clicked on the right correct direction.
Yeah.
So Boxxy is going to go to main event space.
Will work out there.
I think main event's just sticking around to watch the probe count here in gas.
Yeah, wants to see probably how many are going to be on each gas. It is early. The other thing to really check when you're scouting like this is how much chrono boost is on your opponent's nexus.
Now, can you see that in-game?
Yes, you can see the energy on your opponent's nexus.
Okay.
And if that was full, so right now it's going on this stalker. So this is a tip for players at home, is if you're at right around this time and you see that early gateway and the early cyber core, and the nexus has like 75 or more energy, and they do not chrono the cybernetics core, that chrono is for a void ray somewhere near your base.
How much energy you see there?
Right now it's about 40 energy. This one's about 92 energy on the other side. And
just as you were explaining that, I was looking at the maxed out energy.
Yeah. And so he's not using it at this point, but we do get it used by Boxxy. And there is the Stargate coming down, but it's not actually going to be proxied. So usually this opening leads to a proxied Stargate, not a Stargate at home.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, there.
Mothership core moving out.
Yeah.
Both players still sitting on one base despite the easy naturals here. Robotics Bay, and he's just now starting. Now he's chronoing. He's using those chronos on the warp gate tech.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting there. I think he saw the early gas and didn't know what it was for, so it wanted to go for the robo facility. And of course, he doesn't know the Stargate currently exists.
No, he doesn't.
And to me, it's a little weird that this is in fact a Stargate, so I understand why he might think that, but it's actually going to be an Oracle that's coming out.
Yeah, and that stalker's trying to hold the doorway to make sure no probe gets by. You can see that. And there goes the natural. I mean, there's 3 stalkers back in main event space here. That's going to be more than enough to thwart off
I think
an
this
Oracle.
is going to be totally fine. 3 stalkers that go into the mineral line directly. He's got the photon overcharge on top of it. And the other base is just going down now, which is going to spot the Oracle as it swings it. So, yeah, I don't see this Oracle doing really much of anything. The question will be whether he keeps it alive or not.
Yeah, he's going to try and get in here anyway. Let's see.
Swings in now. Doesn't even turn the beam on.
No, which is good. He
Just
saved the
pushing.
energy, and he didn't take any hull damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll turn it on just to kill that one pro, but
Well, might as well use it somehow, right?
pull back out as the second oracle comes.
May come in handy as a revelation ability later if he needs to.
Yeah.
That's how I usually kind of, after you transition off the oracles, if you don't lose them, that's usually the way to go in my book.
Yeah, I mean, they can scout the entire game for you. They always create that threat too, that your opponent can't just leave.
Yeah, if you know you didn't kill it,
Yeah.
it's still alive.
Yeah, it exists. So you've got to make sure that that is there. As he swings in, photon overcharge will go down.
And no hull damage again.
No hull damage at all. If that was intended as a bait, then that's a good idea.
Well, he was also probably scouting to see if there were any workers there, which at the time there wasn't.
Exactly.
And now he's going to go ahead and move 2 stalkers down. So he's actually forcing Maynevent to stay in his base.
Right. He can't move out, not off 2 gateways. The Immortal obviously can't help. And he's going up to a Colossus-based tech on this.
Mm-hmm. So now he is mining off 2 bases. He is 11, 12 workers ahead. And it looks like the Oracles are going to try and angle their way in from the other side.
They could go directly after the Immortal.
Oh!
They will, in fact, do that. Because of how their beam works, the Immortal has no extra shielding. We'll actually be able to take that out, and that in and of itself has some value, but one does go down.
Oh, 2 more stalkers.
And maybe 2.
Can he save this one? Yeah, he's going to save that one.
That'll skate away.
Did get the Immortal, though, so I mean, that is, yeah, and I like how the beam just cuts right through that shield.
Yeah,
That was,
just the way that it works, it's not that well mitigated by the Immortal.
Mm-hmm.
And then there comes the Void Ray coming
All
out.
up.
I was going to say that if you open like this, you should be following up, particularly if your opponent is going Robo. The Immortal is just quite good against Immortals and Colossus and stuff.
Yeah, I usually like to get while you're doing that Oracle Harass, you start +1 air weapons.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that happened. No, it didn't.
No, he didn't do that, yeah. Instead, actually on 4 gateways.
Ooh, double forge.
Double forge, so indicates more of a ground army.
So I was going to mix it up, air and ground, is what I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
And actually getting that sentry, that gas-heavy unit there, going to take away from his Void Ray production abilities.
Fairly significant supply block by Boxxy right now, and that is going to hurt a little bit.
Yeah,
You
falling
can see,
behind there.
Yeah, supply about 20, even 30 behind what Maynevent is at right now, and the economy for Maynevent is definitely a lot higher.
Extended Thermal Lance and Blink are on the way, along with the Colossus.
Yeah, kind of covering both bases there to control the ground and prevent the air from really keeping you out.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Boxxy's just going to go ahead and go ground here. I really expected to see +1 air, and Void Rays are just amazing against Stalkers.
Yeah, it's the 2 Void Rays out, but not continuing with that, putting more into the Stalker army on the ground, and yeah, I do think that is weaker. In terms of a cost-for-cost basis, I'd definitely rather have a Void Ray than 2 or 3 Stalkers.
Right, and Maynevent's got that Observer just sitting in the army. Nothing to detect it. Yep, saw the move out.
Oh my god!
There's another Observer. Good Observer positioning here by Maynevent. It's going to walk right over this other one again.
I wish there was, once again, a proxy pylon forward. There is a window here. Maynevent has actually put down 6 gateways at the same time, and he's got 2 second Colossus just coming out. There's not a lot of Zealots on the ground, and it's the absence of Zealots that makes the current composition by Boxxy actually half decent. But with only 2 Void Rays, it may not be enough to do it, in particular with no reinforcements available.
Yeah, the probe's
these
coming
gateways are
now.
going to come online, and yeah, I feel it's too late. The window is while those are being made.
The Oracle should be using Revelation right now.
Yeah.
And so then the army knows what to do, and instead we're just going to have...
Oh, come on. We got the force field on the front of the
Yeah,
ramp.
just to buy him time to get another round or
And
two.
yeah, this big round of stalker weapons. Blink forward. Yeah, this is just going to walk over, I think, Boxxy's army here, and just the huge concaves, Colossus in the back, and Boxxy is going
blink
to have
forward
to retreat.
is...
Yeah. And I think may either tap out there. You can see that reinforcing wave. Had that pylon been there earlier, maybe this is a different fight, but unfortunately not.
I like how Maynevent is putting one in every position that Boxxy had a pylon.
Yeah, if you're gonna stop,
you see how he's doing the hopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just put. Let's see the resources lost. 4,400 for Boxxy to 22,000, just 2,000 for Maynevent. So he worked out way in his favor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we got 1/1 +1 shields on the way. There's no Twilight Council, so I can't go for 2. Just now getting it. And I mean, you think about how that Twilight Council is not even down yet. Zealot Legs and Blink are done for Maynevent. Just the tech differential is so huge.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to come down this ramp or get really good surface. Really brave Blink forward.
Yeah.
But Colossus will come in, and I think he's just overwhelming here. He doesn't have to attack efficiently. And the Zealots will just rail everything down. And
still Blink microing.
Yeah, and that'll be it. Boxxy does call GG.
ASL presents Gosu Pizza.
Crazy play, you're getting things where you can take advantage of your opponent's mistakes and stuff like that. So I think it's a very interesting league to watch.
Yep. What do you think?
So yeah, up in the top right-hand corner, we do have the pink player Boxxy, the Queen of 4chan.
Bottom left-hand corner. In this main event's second game, it is indeed Maynevent. Up 1 game, absolutely undefeated in this tournament. Been playing his ass off, and let's see if he closes this out at 2-0 or Boxxy can bring this back. Oh, I'm watching that production tab still. And still, like you said, Maynevent playing it safe. Scouting around everywhere.
Yeah, doing the normal things. He's keeping an eye out. There's no reason. Once again, if you think that you're the superior opponent, you can afford to waste a little bit of extra mining time, a little bit of extra scouting time to be safe. Because if you're better, there's no point in you losing to a 2-gate. And rush or something like that.
So what do you think will be the difference next week in the Platinum division versus the Gold division? What will be different with the players?
Platinum people, you're going to see I'd say about a 50% reduction in supply block time.
Okay.
And you're going to see more clean timings. You're going to see people actually executing timings. Okay. Whereas you don't really see that here, unless it's a very, very, a 4-gate, but you're not going to see a clean 2 base timing in Gold. And I think you will see that in Platinum.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see how that goes next week. And I bet you at least 1 or 2 of these players that played today get themselves promoted and try again. Did you say somebody did that today?
Yes. Cole Taryn did it between the 2 weeks. And actually, and then in the first week, if you remember, VT Archer, actually both VT Archer and Chaotic were in bronze and ended up in silver.
See, I missed silver, so I didn't know. Yeah. But you're right. I saw that Archer moved up to silver. What I am interested to see is from Season 1 to ASL, I'm interested to see if Serengay joins Plat next week. He got himself promoted this week too, so he couldn't play Gold. So he finally moved up to Plat.
All right. Well, I want him in my group.
Well, here's the good news about that. Is I'm very happy that he got promoted to Platinum.
Yeah.
Because now I don't have to deal with him in the Challenger division.
Well, that's something.
I know. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, yes. Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. We do get main event. Once again, one gate into Robo and then tacking on a second gate on top of that. This isn't the most, I'm going to say it's not the most optimized build, but it's a very safe thing to do. Is to get the Robo out that early. Just
Yeah,
so
I do that
taken
sometimes
off guard.
too.
Yeah.
You get that one immortal out, and even if 3 or 4 stalkers come over, you're good.
Yeah, and we are going to get early aggression here, obviously, by Boxxy. He's got the proxy pylon up. It's only 3 gates, so this is going to be a kind of a 3-gate stalker thing. He's chronoing out the additional gates, so hitting this pretty well. I think he's doing this reasonably well. And given that the Nexus is just going down there,
that force field's going to really screw things up, though.
Yeah.
One force field can just mess crap up.
I think as long as he focuses on this Nexus, there's not going to be any photon. Yeah, it just forces the cancel, and I think that in and of itself is a mild victory. There comes the force field.
And he's working that immortal out.
He's going to have energy too again by the time this, basically in time. That will go
a
few seconds. Bam.
Well, most of it got up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
and that's what you want, right?
Yeah,
you want
to
cut them in half if you can afford to, and this is just going to get trapped up there. Zealot doing okay. He's still got a big force, but he's not going to be able to come into the photon overcharge. Going after the pylon.
Trying to supply block him, and he did.
Yeah. Yeah, it does do that, but the second immortal is on the way.
And
I'm not sure I would have left in that case.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he could still do a lot of damage here, and he's targeting firing down that immortal, and one does fall.
Oh, my goodness.
He's not going to just take him straight out, going after the mothership core. Also another fairly good choice, but doesn't finish it.
Why didn't you finish the mothership? Do you know how huge that would have been?
Yeah, no, and he doesn't, and I think that may be the... Not fatal error, because he's not going to just lose, but I think he could have done a lot better. He has to finish it before it hits 100 energy.
What is he doing?
If it hits 100 energy, then this attack is over, and we just continue on with the game.
And it's at 100.
No. So this is over. He has to leave. If he attacks again, he loses. If he leaves, he can at least continue playing.
Wow. That was an amazing game changer right there. 14 HP, bad rally by Boxxy. Going to cost him 2 stalkers. And actually pushing in.
Yeah, throw in good units after bad here. We'll move in. We'll get photon overcharged and drive him out. But at least they're still both one base. Boxxy will take a Nexus behind this. Main event could either take the Nexus, he will throw it down, but he can also just counter.
He could, but it depends. Boxxy went with a heavy wave of zealots.
He's got the probe moving into place, I think, to put a proxy, but it's going to get spotted.
Yeah, it's going to get intercepted here.
He also wants to see if there's a Nexus here.
He sees one's going.
Yeah. And that'll be informative for sure, as that gets picked off. And it looks like he's not going to be aggressive right away, but main event is definitely in the driver's seat now.
Yes, he is. Surprisingly, yeah, worker count's actually relatively even at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to. Boxxy needs to get a couple more zealots in here, or an immortal option of his own, which doesn't look like he's interested.
Here comes the attack, and what's once again the big thing missing for Boxxy is the mothership core. And we've seen a few Protosses.
He doesn't have one.
Yeah, seen a few Protosses lose tonight just because they didn't make a mothership core. If he had one, this attack is held. The fact that he doesn't have one, I think this attack wins. But we're gonna see how well the micro is on either side.
Yep. Well, here we go. I mean, we got 3 immortals in there, a couple stalkers, a couple zealots. Army supplies are close. The immortals obviously being the big game changer there.
Yeah, it comes
do have force field ability.
Yeah, he needs good force fields. Needs to be able to get his zealots in the right place at the right time. Mothership core out, but doesn't have energy.
There goes his zealots.
Doing pretty good.
Oh.
but he does need to continue warping. If he can stall long enough, then he'll be fine.
He needs to stay out of behind those pylons.
Yeah, that's
actually,
trapping
he's
his
hurting
Zealots
himself.
back. And he's not using either Guardian Shield or Force Fields to his advantage.
Yeah, those pylons are screwing him bad.
Yeah, they really are.
Good micro there by Maynevent.
Oh.
Warpins on both sides.
Unfortunately, fire being split up amongst the Immortals. One going down now. Good. But there's just not enough here left by Boxxy, and he's going to get overpowered. His entire army will fall.
Oh,
Boxxy has a good game.
the gold
Main
winner.
Yep.
Main event.
Main event.